Welcome back to Who's Homestead. I'm Bonnie, and today I'm going to show you how to make a couple different ferments. I'm running low on my supply. I didn't do a lot of ferments at the end of this past season because our garden was kind of a mess with the move and everything. So I didn't get to pay enough attention to my garden last year to get a lot of stuff done. So I am buying some produce. I bought some carrots, and I'm running low on my onions, so I bought some organic onions. And today I'm going to show you how to make a couple of these. So the onions are for my mom. When they come up from Florida and they stay at our house, they eat whatever I cook, and they had some fermented onions. I don't know if it was on a salad or tacos or something like that, and Bill loved them. My mom and Bill loved them. So she asked me to do a video on making fermented onions, and that's what I'm doing today. So I learned all about fermenting from Stacy, and Stacy came out with a book, Stacy's Fermenting with a Smile, and I bought this. This is the second book I purchased from her. And the first ferment I ever did was spicy cabbage. This isn't it. That's long gone. But this is all I have left from the spicy cabbage, spicy sauerkraut that I made in 2022. So I'm running low, so I'm gonna make this later, but I'm gonna show you how I do the carrots and the onions today. So this is some recipes that she has. She has carrots and she has onions. She has all kinds of fermenting in here, lacto fermenting. She's got drinks in here, all sorts of stuff. So what I've done before is I shredded the carrots. I think in her first cookbook it said to shred the carrots. So I did that and I love it. You just sprinkle a tablespoon, start with a tablespoon, like on your salads, or sometimes I mix it with avocado and some sprouts. Because I do love doing sprouts in the jar too. So, and it makes like a little salad or side dish. Let's see, what do I have here? This is all of my stuff, my supplies. I boiled them. I put them through boiling water. So I've got my jars, my lids, my fermenting tops, my packer, and I have some weights. If you don't have weights, that's okay. You can use clean rocks. Or you can use some of the scraps from your other ferments, like cabbage leaves or onion peels, things like that. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, the carrots, I'm going to do a pint jar, quart jar, sorry about that. So I have some of these already peeled, just not so it wasn't boring you. And I've got them in my bowl here, my scrap bowl. My scrap bowl, I keep all of my peels. These are all washed, so you wouldn't want to keep them if you're not going to wash them. I keep all my peels, like my ends, seeds, things like that, like for my peppers and my tomato, my peppers, my carrots, my onions, my garlic, all the peels and everything. And then I put them in the freezer. I have a couple containers in there. I put them in the freezer, and then when I get a bunch, like 3 quarts or so, I'll make vegetable broth out of it with my scraps. It came out really, really good. So I highly recommend that if you have a freezer. All right. Let's cut these all off. So this one here says to make little buttons. So that's what I'm doing. And this recipe calls for 2 pounds of carrots, but obviously you don't have to do 2 pounds of carrots. If you want to just make a small jar, you can make a small jar. It doesn't have to be a quart jar. Oh, yeah, it doesn't have to be a quart jar. You can do it in pints too. So you can just buy, if you don't know how much 2 pounds of carrots is, then you can buy like the single 1 pound bags in the store, eyeball it. If I have extra, that's okay, because I'm going to do the spicy cabbage later, and I put the button carrots in that too. So ferments are really popular these days because of the probiotics in them. They're really good for your gut, especially cabbage. But by fermenting them, you're intensifying the nutritional value. Not to mention the fact that you don't have to refrigerate them. You can keep them in a cool, dark place and they'll keep for at least a year. This one here has been in the fridge probably for a year. And it's about a year and a half old. But you can keep it in a cool, dark place. We had in our last apartment, we had a room that the heat didn't work. So we kept all of it was called our cold storage room. And we just kept everything in there that we needed. This is kind of a fat one, so I'm gonna cut that just a little bit. So anything that we needed kept cool was in that room. And it was really cold in there. All right, so I also put some garlic and some ginger in mine. And my ginger's a little soggy, but that's okay. It's a little old. I'm just gonna put a little bit of cabbage. Peel it with the back of the spoon. Hopefully you guys all know that trick. It's my first time cutting on camera. All right, and some garlic. Again, keep my peels. What else? Oh, and you need some good salt. You want an unrefined salt. You don't want the table salt. You want the good unrefined salt. You could use Celtic sea salt. You can use Himalayan sea salt, the pink stuff. And I've used both of those. I now do regular real salt. That's what I like. You can buy it on Amazon. Even the regular grocery store has it. Some filtered water, clean filtered water. You don't want to use anything that has chlorine or fluoride, any of that stuff in it. And what else? I think that's it. Another garlic. Save my peel. And if you don't like garlic and you don't like ginger, just do the carrots. That's fine too. I'm going to chop a little bit of this. And then I'm just going to start layering. Take that guy. You don't want him to get away. So drop in some carrots. Drop in a little garlic. A little ginger. Some more carrots. See how easy this is? And let the kids help you. It'll keep them busy. They'll feel like they're doing something to help out. Just make sure everybody's hands are clean. More buttons. And this is a bigger jar. Usually I do the smaller jars, but I'm going to go bigger today because I'm going to do the smaller jars of the onions. There we go. More garlic, more ginger. You want to leave about 1.5 inches headspace because this is going to bubble up. And it may bubble over, and you don't want that. So it's probably 1.5 inches, pushing it down. Now I'm going to use 2 teaspoons. I'm going to use in a quart-sized jar. I'm going to use 4 teaspoons of salt. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I'm using a smaller one, I'm only going to use 2 teaspoons. Then I'm going to pour some water over it. Again, you want to leave the headspace because this is going to build up with carbon dioxide as it's fermenting, and it's going to bubble, and that's okay because it's supposed to do that. The idea is also to keep everything under the water. You want it submerged because otherwise you may get some mold and stuff that's going to grow on there. So you want to keep everything underneath. Now, I have a fermenting kit. So I'm just going to put a weight on it. See the bubbles coming up? I'm just going to put a weight on it, but if you don't have a weight, you can. I'm actually going to stir that up a little bit. You can put something else on it, like a piece of onion. To hold it down. Let's see. Take a little piece off of that. I'm making a complete mess right now, but that's okay. Yeah, just want to keep all the pieces down in there. You don't want any floaters. It's easier to keep them down there when they're in the rings, the little buttons, than it was when they were shredded. And then you can put your lid in a dry cloth, clean towel, put the lid on, with the flat on, then you put the ring. Keep it on your counter for about 10, 12, 14 days. Every day, you're gonna see this is gonna bubble up a little bit. It's gonna get hard, and you just gently open it, and you'll hear the air come out of it. Once all the air comes out, you tighten it back up again. Just loosely tight. You don't want it to be, don't hammer down on it. And you may wanna put this like on a plate or in a bowl or something, because in case it kind of overspills. But the idea is to keep everything submerged. I'm not going to use this because I have my weight. And I'm going to actually push everything down in there as I leave the camera. So I always want to stir this all up. Make sure there's no air in there. Chopsticks are great for this. If you don't eat Chinese food, almost everybody else does. So you can always get some from them. See if that's enough, or if I'll have to add some more water. Nope, that's pretty good. So now I'm going to add my little pickle pipe here. This came with the kit. And what this does, it allows me to not have to burp it every day. So it's going to build up, and the air is going to be released out of there. So air can't get in, it can only get out, and that's what you want. So this I won't have to burp every day. Ta-da, all done. So this one's for next time. All right, and I have some carrots left for my sauerkraut that I'm going to make afterwards. Now I'm going to do some onions. So let's cut some onion here. Bring my bowl up again. And I'm going to do 2 small ones of the onions, and I'm going to put some garlic in that too. You don't have to put garlic, but I like garlic. So I'm going to take my pint jar, and I'm probably going to put these in slices, I think. Slice them kind of thin. And it's the same thing. Now this is going to be 2 teaspoons of salt instead of 4. That's the only difference. Filtered water, you want to keep it under, submerged, everything submerged good. It doesn't, you have to keep them this long either. You do how you want them to be. There's no right or wrong way. They're your vegetables. Depends on what you're going to use them for. This would be great on like a burger or something. And the carrots, again, they use for everything. Sandwiches, put it on the sandwiches. All right, here we go. Our jar. Let's break these up a little bit. Again, you don't have to. Medium-sized onion. Cool. Break them up. Nice. All right, need some space at the top. could probably fit a little bit more in there. Some small ones. All right, leaving some space at the top. 2 teaspoons of salt. Now, it's not going to taste salty. It's going to taste like tangy. Some fresh filtered water. If you have a filter already at your house on your tap, that's cool. We don't, so we use a Berkey. And that's probably good. We'll see. Take my chopstick. Just kind of stir it around a little bit. Dissolve everything. Get all the air pockets. There, see the air coming up? I don't know if you can see that or not. The little bubbles. Use your clean hands. Push it all down. Perfect. Got another. This is probably a little too much water. That's okay. Dump it out. Actually, I could stick some more onions in there. That's what I'm going to do. There's space. Let's go with the onions. About some more water. Apparently I overfilled it. There you go. Wipe off the top. My weight's already in there. My little pickle topper. And my ring. All right, here we go. 1 thing of onions, 1 thing of carrots. That's good for today, for the video anyways. So I'm gonna do some more onions and then I'm gonna go get my big bowl that I have right now. It has soil in it because I was doing some planting. Get my big bowl, wash that up, and then I'm gonna get all my ingredients together and massage some sauerkraut. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you didn't hit the like button or the thumbs up button, if you can please do that, that would be appreciative. Maybe share or subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah, that's it for today. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.